Okay, I'm streaming off of my phone because my internet is down, so I have no idea how this is going to work, but I am too frustrated to use my camera right now. The memory card keeps saying it's full even though there is nothing on it. So yeah, live recording it is. I'm just going to go down the questions from top comments to least comments. Hi guys! And see where it takes us. If I don't answer your specific question, it's because I think I've already answered it before. So I'm just, by the way guys, it was a good morning. Like, my hair is just tied back, haven't washed it yet. It's just a good day. Bree Peterson asks, what motivated you or inspired you to start your channel? I actually have two different answers to that. And I'll answer the second one later on. But November is National Write a Novel Month, and I looked at my schedule and I said, oh, there's no way I'm going to write a novel this month, but instead I'll write short stories every day. And when you write short stories, nobody reads them because they don't already love your character. And so with fanfiction it's different. They already love the characters you're writing about, so you don't need to spend time making them fall in love. You can just write, and it was great. So I did that every day for a month, and I would record them and upload them every day of November, and it just took off. Like, boom, there's 8,000 subscribers, and I feel the reason why that happened is because of the Miraculous Ladybug special that came out later on in December. So the fandom just kind of grew back to life. And so, yeah, I did it as a challenge, write every day. There's a second part to that I'll address later on. By the way, hi guys, I'm seeing them pop up, but I'm on my phone, so I don't actually have a record of chat history, unless if I, like, go poke things. And you're on my phone, so you're very precariously placed, and I'm scared that if I touch you, you're gonna fall. So I'm just reading through the comments from the Q&A questions right now. So, hi everyone, I haven't been streaming long, like 2 minutes maybe. Maddie Marie asks, hey Mira, hope your day is going well. It is, thanks. My question for you is, what do you love about Miraculous Ladybug? What drew you into the fandom and made you want to write fanfics? So, story time. I used to go to animation school. Like, I used to be enrolled in an animation school. I ended up dropping out, but during that time I went through a breakup that made me just want to, I do draw sometimes. I saw that comment. Sometimes I do. And some of the thumbnail arts have been drawn by me in the past. Through the breakup, I decided that I wanted to go travel or do something. And so I looked at animation companies throughout Europe that I could possibly work at, and Zag Entertainment was one of them because at the time they hadn't released Miraculous Ladybug on it yet. They were still working on it. And I never ended up contacting them about working for them, but I studied the company as much as I could at the time because it was kind of what I wanted to do. So that's what drew me into the fandom, I guess. It was that spark. I can address more about Miraculous Ladybug later on. Just Fly asked, hey, good luck for what you write. It's probably not easy, but you're doing an amazing job. I love all your stories. Anyway, for the question, could you please tell us what you do when to find inspiration when you write? Thanks. Finding inspiration, there are a million different answers in a million different ways, okay? Sometimes it just hits you and you just go, but other times, I get to use the phrase just be an adult because I have an adult life now. You just do it. You just sit down and you use your grit, you use your ability to work, and you just write, okay? And I say that in the sense of, it doesn't matter if you want to practice music, it doesn't matter if you want to write more, it doesn't matter if you want a clean bed. You don't necessarily wake up and go, I want to practice 3 hours today, or I want to do this, or I want to make my bed. But once you do those things, once you make your bed, once you practice, then you get that satisfaction. And so my answer of how do you find inspiration, I either get my heart broken and I rewrite that story into a story. We saw that with Pasta, we saw that with How Dare You, we saw that with Where Do Broken Hearts Go, which doesn't mean I don't take my positive experiences and write them as well. But other times you just sit down and you do that, and which is one of the reasons why What a Catch is a love-hate relationship for me. One, because it's so full of mistakes and things that I would rewrite, but two, a lot of it was just sit down and write, just do it, okay? Which doesn't mean it doesn't have value and I don't like working on it. Sylvia Peppercamp Spierenberg says, Q&A, where and why did you write your first fan fiction? It was a Miraculous Ladybug fan fiction. Another girl had written just a one-shot, and I made a response to it. And that was my first fan fiction. And then a little while later, I decided I wanted to get into the writing scene, but because I didn't have a fan base, how about I go to a fan base, aka Miraculous Ladybug, and start writing that so I could gain fans along the way and then turn around and write a book. Okay, there's a lot of strategy in this, actually. And so that's when I started writing Strawberry Frappuccinos and a black leather jacket, because on Tumblr someone was like, I just want a cute Starbucks AU, and I was like, okay, here you go. Even though I haven't updated it since October, my bad. It's coming someday. Musical Bella guys, I can't talk. Musical Bella 2016 asks, what role do you think Lila will play in Season 2 of Miraculous Ladybug when Chloe is reformed / turns into Queen Bee? And yes, I did watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. I just quickly saw that. But not all the way. It's a story. So Lila is definitely going to come back, and I don't know. There are a couple of different ways to write her. And so I don't know what take they're going to give her, and I also don't know what take they're going to go with Chloe. Are they going to redeem her, or are they going to put her through character development? Which they sound almost like the same thing, and they're not. So I'm not prepared to answer this question right now. Alia Jackson says, what is some advice you can give to aspiring writers? Write about your life. That's all I got. And I don't mean write about your life like you can't write fantasy and you can't write other forms of fiction. When you are struggling to write, take a story that happened to you, even if it's just what you did that today. Like I woke up and I brushed my teeth and I went to school. Okay, rewrite that in a different scenario. Either if it's exactly what you did, or you're a fairy and you hate brushing your teeth because your teeth are made of wood or something. Okay? Q&A, what a catch. I just uploaded another part yesterday. I just saw the comment pop up on the screen. I have another part that I need to record. I don't know if I can record it today or tomorrow, but it should be up within the next few days. It really depends when I have the apartment to myself and it's quiet and if I have a microphone. There's so many factors that go into it. Aquila asks, how do you get out of a writer's block / what inspired you to write? Again, part of it is grit. Part of it is having enough time. And sometimes you just sit with your Word document open for 3 hours straight while trying not to go on Netflix and Tumblr. Writer's block. Ooh, Yuna Yakita asks, if you were given a Miraculous, do you think you would react how Adrian did? Or how Marinette did? Would you be hesitant to put yourself in the public eye? I'm kind of in between their two reactions, so I think, and it also depends on what Kwame, because if I got Plague, I'd be like, what do you think you're doing? You know? Like, whereas if I got TK, I'd be like, oh, okay, this is weird, but, I mean, I'm seeing you, so I'm either hopped up on something, or this is real. So I think I would do my duties, but I would lay back a little for the first few Akuma fights of just what is going on, how do I handle this. Spotty Dotty 1024 asks, which is your favorite couple? Ladybug, Cat Noir, Ladybug Adrian, Cat Noir Mari, Adrian Mari. Hers is Mary Shat. Mine is Ladrian. the Ladybug and Adrian, just because it's so... I love stories where, like, the guy doesn't quite get the girl because he just didn't do stuff quite... He just needs a little more. And I mean that in the sense of Ladrian is full of heartbreak. Even though they both really like each other, they're too scared of the other person finding out about them that they can't truly enjoy that happiness. And from a writer's perspective, that is so rich because there are so many ways to just torture those characters in their paradise. Okay? And just, NNL Flower Princess asks, what inspired you to be a writer? What inspired you to read fanfiction? I actually don't read a ton of fanfiction. My bad. My bad. I need money, so I started writing. That's a really bad reason. Don't follow me. Don't follow my example. But about 2 years ago, I just made a book of story prompts, and I put that on the Amazon Kindle Market, and it brings me in some money sometimes. But because of that, I went, oh, maybe I can make money off of this. If I write, because everyone needs a hobby. And if your hobby brings you in money, that's even better. But I also knew that I don't know crap about writing. I'm a music major, okay? I'm not a writer. I guess now I am because I'm live streaming. And I don't want to say just money inspired me to start writing, but I don't think I would have started writing on my own. Blythe Fam Omer asks, why did you start YouTube? I'm actually going to address this in just a moment. When was the... Awa Amara asks, when was the first time you watched Miraculous Ladybug? Almost a year ago to the day. Next week is my 1 year of watching Miraculous Ladybug. I just saw a question pop up of, can you sing the Miraculous Ladybug theme? I will make a video of me singing that just because of that question. Because I can't do it right now. Because I'm a scared little patoodle because my roommates are making breakfast out there. Lizzie Mueller. There's an umlaut above the U, so I don't quite know how to say it. My question, why have you picked Miraculous Ladybug from all these shows on television to write your fanfictions about? Or in other words, what made Miraculous Ladybug so special in your eyes? 2 reasons. Someone asked Thomas Astruc once, how do you feel about commissions, like people making bootleg art and selling it for money? And he was like, I don't care if you use my medium to survive. And I was like, okay. So I took that and I went, well, that means he won't have a problem of me uploading fanfictions. And the second reason is because of the love square, because there's so many different dynamics in which I could make the characters suffer but be happy that they're suffering. That sounds really mean. There are so many different possible plot twists simply because of their identities. Super James 526 asks, would you consider creating crossover fanfictions in the future? You know, have other couples interact with Lady Noir at some point. Alia Nino doesn't necessarily count. So what I think that question means is, like, original character couples interacting. I'm really bad with original characters. Not that I can't design them, but as I previously mentioned, it's hard to start a book with original characters because you need to make the audience fall in love with them. And so creating an original couple means I need to spend time getting the audience to fall in love with them. Now, I could do that because of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Like, they do something, they run into them, and all of a sudden everyone loves them because of the way that they banter back and forth with Lady Noir. But I might have to turn that into a one-shot now. I have some really good ideas that just popped into my head. Alyssa Love asks, will you upload a Yuri on Ice fanfictions to your Yuri on Ice fanfiction channel? So I do have a fanfiction channel for Yuri on Ice. It has 2 videos. I haven't uploaded anything since November because it is I try to keep all of my content PG, and with shows, based around boys' love, it is very hard to do that because if you write PG things, everyone's like, where's the smut? And I don't want to get involved in that. Everything on this channel is PG, that channel is PG, and I don't need to deal with haters who say I'm homophobic because I don't write smut. Helpful asks, or wrote, great job, tell other people why you started. I know, P.S. also dyslexic. So this is going back to the second reason why I upload to YouTube. I have a friend who, for him, it's hard to just sit down and read, but he loves fan fiction. So back in August, he told me about how there's this girl who reads My Little Pony fan fiction, and so he'll listen to it on the way to work, or in the car, or when he's practicing or something, and he's like, you should do that. You should do that. So in November, when I started writing these one-shots, I narrated them for YouTube so that I could reach a greater audience, partially because I was writing every day, but also because there were some friends who are fans of Miraculous Ladybug who want to read fan fiction and they just can't because it's hard. Dixie, or Cute Pixels, I see you, whenever I see your avatar pop up, I get really happy because I just read your work the other time. Oh, I have to message you. It's good. And so, sorry, I'm sometimes ADD. And so I started recording so that people who are dyslexic can enjoy these. And a lot of people get upset that I don't post my fictions elsewhere. One, because they've been stolen a crap ton of times. But two, there's so many other fan fictions out there that if you don't like listening to mine, you can go out and enjoy. Whereas there are people who come to my channel specifically because they like hearing the audiobook style because they cannot consume any other form of fan fiction, even though they really want to. So, Jazz Waz asks, when you say that you are blocked from doing one series, you work on the other, what kind of blocks do you mean? Is it a lack of inspiration or technology problems? I love you so much. Oh, thanks. Both. So my Wi-Fi here, like right now, I'm streaming on my mobile Wi-Fi, or my phone's Wi-Fi. Data, because the internet is out. It goes out all the time. And if I upload at school, uploading an episode of Dear Diary here takes about 50 minutes just to upload, but at school it takes like 4. Okay, just to show you the difference in Wi-Fi. Other times it's a lack of inspiration, so when I'm just not feeling like writing for What a Catch, I can go write for Snow. Or when I'm not feeling The Truth Hurts, I can go write What a Catch. Aofi O'Brien asks, what got you into writing, and do you play any instruments? Thank you for being awesome. What got me into writing? I wanted to be a writer when I was little, but again, I need to pay my bills. Do you play any instruments? Thank you for being awesome. I do. I am a music major with an emphasis in harp and percussion. And so percussion, you study 2 different instruments a semester, and you do that twice. So my first semester was snare and marimba, and then it was vibraphone and drum set, and then it keeps moving on. It just circles through the different percussion instruments. Tori Elephant Macy asks, would you continue your stories on Archive of Our Own on here? Second question, would you collaborate with an artist on Tumblr, like have them illustrate some of your stories? I would love to work with an artist, guys, but art takes a lot of time and a lot of talent to make, and I wouldn't want to push that onto someone for free. So I'm totally interested in hiring an artist, but I don't have the budget for that right now. If an artist wanted to work with me, yeah, I'd love to do that. But it's a lot of commitment, and I love people and I can trust people, but I don't trust people for a large project because because I don't even trust myself with my upload schedule, guys. How can I trust another person? Some of my stories from Archive of Our Own are continued exclusively on this channel, but the Strawberry Frappuccinos has not been because I have a full cast dub that I'm working on, and I cannot, for the life of me, find a girl who can voice Chloe in character, because I need that snarky tone in her voice. And so as far as Strawberry Frappuccinos and a black leather jacket goes, I really, really wanted to start uploading this month, but I can't find a Chloe. I have an Alia, I have a Nino. You've already met Anders. He's playing Adrian, and I really need to re-record some of his parts, actually. I'm narrating, and I'm playing Marinette. But if I can't find a Chloe, I might find another girl to play Marinette, and I will play Chloe, if that made sense. But I can't do both Marinette and Chloe, if it's a full cast up. Okay. Cassie Berry asks, do you have a boyfriend or someone you like? My best friend is male, and we've decided not to date. And I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, we decided not to date, wah. I just don't have time for a boy, guys. I don't have time for a boy. So I have guys who are very important to me, but there's no one I'm interested in dating is a better, it's a better way to put it. Oishi Kindness, I already answered your question, I think. Indran Kunaratnam, I am so sorry. What country do you live in? I live in the United States, which is why when I say Dear Diary gets uploaded at 4 a.m. most times, it doesn't all the time, my bad, it's 4 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in the States. She also asks, do you prefer Tim or Starbucks? My favorite is Tim's. So, I don't actually drink coffee, and I don't know what Tim's is, so I'm gonna have to go with Starbucks because they make good beverages that I can drink, like strawberry frappuccinos. That's where I got that story from. 716 Popcorn asks, how old are you? I am in my 20s. I am currently playing a game with that said best friend that I just mentioned, where he doesn't know how old I am. His current guess is 24, 25, which is not accurate, but because there's even the slightest chance that he might watch this, I'm not going to say my age quite yet. Nikkido, Nikkyiedoo asks, how do you create fiction, or how do you create fics, make, upload the video, and survive the classes? I also like to write fanfics and other things, but between work and the university and all the lectures that it implies, I don't have much free time. Preach. I don't know either. I will make a video on how I actually make the videos themselves. It's not actually all that complicated. But yeah. I don't know how I do it either. I can say that I've changed my schedule around specifically for writing this semester. So my school has 3 semesters in a school year. My university, they have the standard fall, which is like September to December. Then they have a winter, which is January to April. And then they have a spring, which is April to July. And so my name is Eleanor Rose. Some people call me Ellie, but on the channel I prefer to be called Mira, as in Miraculous. I lost my train of thought again. That is my real name. It's not my last name, it's my first and my middle. I don't know what I was talking about, guys. So with the track I'm on, I go to school from January to July, and it's just like any other college degree, but it's shifted over by like 4 months. So I had final exams back in April, and then I took the Mexico tour with the symphony band, and then I graduate in July. So I get to do finals one more time. I'm so excited. Crazy Tree Lady 37.3 asks, could you please do a story where Marinette is stumped for ideas about fashion and Adrian needs a winning design, but it's for Cat Noir's suit? Okay. Don't know when, but okay. I'm gonna love that comment right now to remind myself. Crazy Clane 14 asks, what is your favorite character in Miraculous Ladybug? I love your stories and how you read them. Chloe, because I can use her so many ways depending on the fanfiction. I could make her more mature, I can turn her into a bully, I can do so much others. Can you make fanfictions for other fandoms? I could, I don't have time. That makes sense. Sorry. Yeah, it's a time thing. But I'm also not in the fandom of any other shows right now. Oh, look, very bad connection. I'm sorry, guys. I'm probably all pixely right now. Here's to hoping it gets better. Dazia Inthrath asks, will you ever make another channel for another show? As the question just popped up. I did for Yuri on Ice. I have 2 videos on there. But when Miraculous Ladybug dies down, maybe I would. Maybe I'll move on to another show. But at the moment, I'm pretty much exclusively Miraculous Ladybug. And guys, I'm going to go read back through all of the live comments that you're making right now and see if I can answer some, just because I'm trying to get through the video questions first. Nadia Guzman asks, do you have any siblings? I do. I have 5 older siblings. Heidi Lopez asks, what did you want to be when you were younger? I wanted to be a teacher. Did you ever see yourself writing fan fiction? Nope. What inspired you to write fan fiction? Previously addressed. Were you always this creative growing up? Do you like who you have become as a person? Many times. Do you have any advice about life? Don't ditch or spend money on boys. Who are your main influences? And finally, and most importantly, what is your favorite food? I don't have a favorite food. I can't think of one. When I was a kid, it used to be spaghetti, but like I'm in college now, I live off of that stuff, you know? The ships have sailed. I've addressed all of your questions elsewhere. D-Land asks, is your voice more similar to your dad or your mom? Talking about the deepness and power of it, not the tone. That is definitely female. I had to think about this one for a while when I first read it. I would probably say my father, but I have all of my mother's, like, mannerisms. So the way I say things is more like my mom, but my voice itself is more like my father's. Don't mind me. I already answered your question. Sorry. Adrena Matthews asks, who do you like more, cat or ladybug? Hands down, cat. Hands down. I actually have beef with Marinette and Ladybug, just a little bit, but I hope that'll be addressed in the 2nd season. Will you be yes, I hope so. I have a video response to that last comment. I don't know when I can upload it because the internet is really crap right now. Audrey Romerman, I already answered that question, sorry. Okay, Serious Talker / TST asks, okay, so do you draw or play drums? I draw sometimes. I haven't drawn a ton in recent years. I think I stopped in high school because all of my friends got better than me and I didn't want to be embarrassed. My bad. Or play drums. I can play drum set. I'm not terribly good at it. That's what I'm spending my semester on right now is drum set, is learning how to be better at drum set. What kind of music do you listen to? Everything. I recently joined the Jazz Society, and so now I'm listening to a lot of jazz music. I don't necessarily care for jazz instrumental if I don't already know the head, meaning I don't know the tune, which means I've been spending a lot of time listening to Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, and like Chet Baker. Sometimes Billie Holiday, but she'll decorate the head a little more, so I can't get it straight. Do you play video games? Yes. Just not when I'm in school, because I don't have time to do it and do YouTube and do my part-time job and all of this other stuff. Musical Bella 2016 asks, hey, question number 2. Why don't you take writing prompts anymore, or do people not give them to you really? Because I would love to give you some writing prompts that I came up with. If you have writer's block, but if not, that's totally fine. I'm a big fan of yours, and I always have been. P.S. What's your favorite color? Favorite color is somewhere in the blue spectrum or the green spectrum, depending on the day. Taylor Swift is my favorite music artist, just not necessarily for the music itself, but because of her lyrics, and her music has always come out at a time that I really needed it most. So if I had to live or die with one album, it would be Taylor Swift's 1989. Sorry, I just saw that pop up on the screen. Anyone watching this live stream later is probably really confused. people don't really give me writing prompts anymore, but if you want to, you have to send it to me as a message, be either on YouTube or on Tumblr, because otherwise it's going to get lost in the comments. And what I mean is I read all of the comments, but it's very hard to keep track of them. So if someone replies to a comment, chances are I'm not going to see the reply, but the first comment, yeah, I'm going to see that. But once I upload 3 more videos, that comment's like, there it goes. And I love comments. I love reading comments. Oh my gosh, you guys make me so happy. But, anyway. How excited are you for season 2 of Miraculous Ladybug? I am excited and scared at the same time, because excited because Miraculous Ladybug, and scared because all of a sudden a lot of my fanfictions will have a ton of plot holes in them because they developed the characters differently than I did, and like things with the new Miraculous, etc., etc. I don't want to say too much because there could be some people watching who don't read What I Catch because of the spoilers in it, and just they're trying to keep themselves spoiler free for season 2. So it's a love-hate relationship, but I do know that when season 2 comes out, I'm writing a song for every episode that comes out from either Marinette's point of view or Adrian's point of view, and it's going to be really fun, and I think you guys should look forward to it. For those of you who have tuned in later on in the live stream, I'm going through and I'm reading the questions off of the video. Sometimes I answer a question from the comments, but you're propped on my phone right now, so I can't like grab it and scroll through the comments. I hope to do that at the very end. Wolfie and Shat Miraculous Love Forever has 2 questions, which is actually more than 2 questions. How many What a Catch will you write? I don't know. But there's a plotline past the upcoming Hawkmoth fight. It involves them going to New York because of the ring. I don't want to say too much to spoil, but I mean, you guys are watching the live stream. The Hawkmoth fight is going to be a party. You guys are going to be like, what the heck? 1, that's so Cat Noir. 2, Ladybug is going to hate this. And 3, will they actually win or not? Okay? And then after that, Chloe and Nathaniel become key characters with trying to get Plague back. So that's a spoiler just for the live stream. So I don't know. How old are you? Already addressed. Do you have another job? Yes. Do you do sports? When I was in high school, I played varsity tennis and softball, and in between the 2 seasons, I would weightlift. Fun story, I broke the women's bench record in my school, but we were maxing out, and my coach didn't see it, which means it didn't count, so I never got to have my name on the board. It was my sophomore year. I went back my junior year, and I dropped out after the first week because I'm lazy. And that's the story of how I never broke another record in my life. Jayla Lee asks, what are your thoughts about Mr. Agrest as Hawkmoth? I really hope he isn't, unless if they pull that dumb twin thing. What I mean is, I really, 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 really hope Mr. Agrest is not Hawkmoth, because there are so many different directions you could go with Hawkmoth's identity. But if they do oh, it's his long-lost brother, I would rather have Mr. Agrest as Hawkmoth. Because that's laziness, in my eyes. Rukia Uchiha asks, when will you complete What and Catch? And can we be friends? Oh my gosh, I love friends! But I'm really bad at responding to, like, messages. So, like, everyone is more than welcome to message me on Snapchat, or message me on Tumblr, or message me on YouTube, but I'm really bad at responding. I think I have some that I need to respond to because of my little meltdown I had on Tumblr a week and a half ago. I'm sorry. Olivia Kitty asks, what are some other hobbies you have? P.S. Love your videos. Writing has become my hobby, whether I like it or not, but I am a music major, which means I'm in a crap ton of ensembles, and I play a crap ton of instruments. I don't actually know who I am as a person. Sammy Joe asks what my favorite fanfic is. There's 2 ways to look at it. 1, what's my favorite to write on, and 2, what's my favorite to read. I don't actually have recommendations because I can't remember any off of the top of my head name-wise. I'm sorry. But I really, really liked writing Just a Kiss, and I really liked writing My Annoying Neighbor, and I really liked writing Coffees and Cupcakes. Those are all 3 very recent series. What are you Miranda Wade, what are you most looking forward to seeing? I can't talk, guys. Miranda Wade asks, what are you most looking forward to seeing in season 2? Adrian as Cat Noir. Always. Oh, Cat Noir. Love of my life. Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction, it's a different username, asks, do you have a Wattpad? I'd love to read some of your fanfics on there. I don't have a Wattpad. Every time I try to get a Wattpad, people steal what I write. So it's been tried, it's been done, it's off it goes. Those have been answered. Mary Sportiello asks, what advice for editing would you give to someone who also enjoys creative writing? 2, so I'm really bad at editing. I'm better than most people, but I'm not formally trained. So I'm graduating this July, and then next year I'm hoping to go back to the Graham School of Editing and spend a year getting an editing certificate from the people who literally wrote the book on how to edit papers. I would say read grammar books, but also there's a tool that I use called Grammarly, and they're not always perfect at catching your mistakes, but they'll make you think about why did you put that comma there, why did you write in past tense there, why did you use passive voice. So something I'm really struggling right now to do is take out any form of passive voice from my writing, any. And passive voice isn't necessarily the root of all evil, but you want to avoid it when you can. Carlos Alvarado, I'm just addressing your question because I don't quite understand. He asks, do you have anything related to coffee and donuts? If so, please tell me. I don't quite know what that means. Is that you trying to talk about coffee and cupcakes? I've only posted one part. I have a second part almost ready to go because a few kind souls gave me money. Thank you guys. I used it to pay for my groceries this week. It was real great. And oh wow, I think that's all of the questions. That only took almost 40 minutes. I don't know if I can access all of your chats on my laptop, otherwise I'll just grab the phone and have an awkward moment for you. I wonder if I can find my live stream. Here we go. I'm trying really hard to pull up the chat right now. Started streaming 38 minutes ago. Oh, I really wish we had good Wi-Fi here. I wonder if the Wi-Fi is back. I'm tethering to my phone right now. Hey, it's back! My Wi-Fi is back. Wi-Fi is great. Okay, so I'm just starting at the top of the live chat and I'm going down. Lillian Gill asks, do you like fairy tale? I like it, but there's a lot of over-sexualization in it, so I love the plotline, but I don't involve myself in the fandom because of the over-sexualization. People are asking if they can be Chloe. You know what? I might just have to make auditions if there's that much interest, and I will probably just buy and send out a good microphone for people to use if it comes to that. What's your favorite Netflix series if it's not Miraculous Ladybug? I don't know anymore. Sorry, there have been so many that have come on and taken off because I've been watching Netflix for years. I genuinely don't know. Sorry. Megan, recent favorite shows other than Miraculous Ladybug? Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Good Place are my two favorites right now. SS Gaming, do you like Star versus the Forces of Evil? I actually haven't watched it, but I know quite a bit about it, and I love the concept. But I need to go out and buy it to go and watch it. And that's something probably after I finish the semester and I graduate with a bachelor's. Hopefully. Transdimensional Antics, Homestuck, ? No, period. It got very popular when I was involved in other fandoms, and I low-key got... You know how there's always that one person that you just don't like? that one person for me really liked Homestuck, and I know that there's a ton of value in Homestuck. I've just never taken the time to go appreciate it because of where I was with that person at that time. I have no problem going back and becoming part of that fan base, but I just don't have the time right now. But there are a lot of parts of it that I really respect. There's so many awesome parts of it. Cute Pixels, I think I already answered the story thing because I'm trying to do a video response, but I still need to film it. Kit Kat Kitty 358, I don't like singing too much. I'm a trained opera singer. I didn't do it professionally, but I was in training for a few years because I went to a fine arts institute for a while. And I just burned myself out. But I enjoy playing instruments when I can play them well. Megan Breeson asks, Breeson? If you could buy Miraculous Ladybug stuff, what would it be? Plague plush. And also, I'm about to buy a bunch of Miraculous Ladybug stuff for a giveaway for this channel. So that's exciting. Look for that. Spoilers. Laura Pinto, question and answer. Do you think anyone can write fan fiction? Yes and no. Yes and no. What I mean is, I think anyone can write. It might not be written well, but you can do it and you get better with practice. But what I mean, specifically fan fiction, is that it's easy to mischaracterize characters. And so all of a sudden you're not writing fan fiction, you're writing your own original characters with the names of that TV show. Did that make sense? So I think anyone who puts in enough time can get good at something. But my worry with fan fiction is mischaracterization. Ruby Bryant, I love your style of writing so much. I want you to write me a biography. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys are too cute. I can't. Hi, Lauren. Sammy Joe, Just a Kiss is one of my favorite. Yeah, I'm looking forward to writing that so much. And the thing with Just a Kiss is that I'm writing it as a book. So it's like it has a plot outline, it has all of these things, because at the end, once the story is completely done, I'm hoping to go back and edit it and turn Chloe and Nathaniel into different characters so I can just take that book and go publish it. Guys, my internet is so bad. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I don't know if this is any better, but I'm trying. I'm so sorry for the bad internet. It's frustrating. Oh my gosh. I might have to end this because it's really bad. I'm sorry. Why don't you watch Fear the Walking Dead series? I do watch The Walking Dead. Well, I watched The Walking Dead, but I no longer do so because it messes with me. It's like on a psychology level. So I love the story, but my biggest fear is the zombie apocalypse, not gonna lie. And I noticed that when I take a break from The Walking Dead, I begin to trust the outside more. But whenever I watch The Walking Dead, I am very uncomfortable being outside in the dark for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. And because of that, I don't watch Walking Dead anymore because I just... It gives me so much anxiety, I want to say, about the outside world. Alia Jackson, do you suggest a new writer to start with short stories or with a novel? Yes. Do both. Because writing short stories helps you just see what is important, because with short stories you can't add any extra detail. You just have to go write the plot and be done. So what you could do is you could write a ton of short stories and then put them together as a short story collection, or you can have those short stories and then take them out later on in your life and rewrite them into a novel. Because with short stories you can do start to finish without burning out, but with a novel you get halfway through and you're like, oh, do I still have to keep doing this? And you forget that you love it after a while. What was your favorite part of your trip to Mexico? The people were amazing. We had so much hospitality, and I love cactuses, guys. I don't necessarily mean eating cactus, but the scenery is just so different from where I am, because right now I live kind of in the mountains. Thoughts about the live-action Miraculous movie from Phantom Lover? I will judge it when I see it. SS Gaming, I don't know what Zutara means. Cute Pixels, do you enjoy writing? A lot of times, yes. Alia, like this, Alia, I'll catch that in a moment. Adrian or Cat Noir? Both. Adrian makes me so happy, and Cat Noir makes me so happy, and there's a post on Tumblr that says, when I think of Cat Noir and Adrian being the same person, I just get so full, or like whatever the quote is, like, that's me. I can't handle them being the same person because I love them so much. And that was from Kaylee Alameda. Megan Breeson asks, do you like Doctor Who? I haven't actually sat down and watched Doctor Who start to finish, but I've seen a few episodes. I enjoy it, but I was around for this the Super Who-Lock click, and that has a negative taste. I think I just didn't watch Doctor Who because so many people were watching it that I wanted to be cool, because I was a kid, I was a teenager. But there's a lot of value to it, and I know enough about it. My eye color is like a hazel greenish thing. Sometimes I wear green contacts, sometimes I wear blue contacts. But yeah, it's like this color. Phantom Lover, what was your reaction when Ladybug kisses Chat under Cupid? I went, oh, my phone battery's dying. Ugh. I went, oh, that sucks. Because he's not going to remember it. And because for her, it didn't mean anything. And it was interesting to me, because we don't know if Marinette's been kissed before. We don't think she has. So, she has, I don't want to use the word friend-zoned, but she has friend-zoned Cat Noir so much that she didn't even consider it to be a kiss. There wasn't any romantic intention behind it. It was her doing her job. And so, and it hasn't been addressed since. And I would love for someone to address it so Ladybug could be like, pff, or Cat Noir could be like, you know, but, Cute Pixels, do you watch any romance anime or anime in general? I watched a crap ton of Japanimation as a teenager. Alia, got it. Sorry, I keep seeing you pop up Alia, Alia before, and I just haven't gotten to the comment in the chat box over here. I watched a crap ton of Japanimation in high school and middle school because I had no friends and because I speak Japanese. Long story. But I prefer to read graphic novels than watch anime just because of time, realistically. It's faster to read the graphic novels. I can consume more, if that made sense. Laura Pinto, do you wish you voiced a Miraculous character? I don't really see a place for me in the show. They'd have to create a character, if that made sense. I think it would be cool. And I'm aware that Zag Entertainment is aware of my channel, but they can't really do anything because fanfiction is a tricky basis because they can't read anything that I write from a legal perspective. Because if I have an idea and they already wrote that idea into the script and then they see my content, who's to say, oh, well, she wrote it first when in actuality they did, and it becomes this huge copyright thing, which is why when they worked with a bunch of fan channels for Valentine's Day, people who did any form of fan fiction didn't get to work with them for copyright reasons because of the different ideas that happen, if that made sense. that and my voice acting is not the best. I've had some good moments, but I usually record things all in one go, so it's never my best. I don't think I've ever put out my best quality content. Like the not Dear Diary, What a Catch 46 that came out yesterday. It was so hard to record, but I was just so done that I didn't care that it wasn't as good as other recordings. I just kind of stumbled my way through it. FMAO/Aaron #1 fan, Q&A, can I help write? If so, then how can I get in touch with you? I am hesitant to put other people's writing on the channel because I don't know where to draw the line of standard. Because I've been sent fanfictions where the grammar's not quite there, or they didn't get the characterization right, and I love that they send them to me, but sometimes it would take a lot of editing to put that up on the channel. So I would love to say, yeah, let's write, but who's to say, why should I favor one person over the other? Because I don't know how to explain. Sometimes you read a sentence and the syntax is very poor, but the person you're trying to explain the syntax to doesn't understand it. I would love to do a collab. And that could be either I write the outline and you write the story, or you write an outline and I write the story, or something. So yes, I'm open to collaborating with other people. But yeah. Guys, this internet is driving me crazy. I'm so sorry. Stay. You are balanced on top of the lens of a camera right now, just as a heads up. Like, your connection point is like this big. Okay. I think that's all of the questions. Okay, guys, welcome back. Sorry about the connection. It's real bad. I think that's all of the questions. Sweet Sunshine Girl and Shirley Melodious, I see your questions. I think I answered them before. How did I get into the Miraculous Ladybug fandom? I was working in animation at the time. Well, earlier when I found Zag Entertainment. Didn't actually watch the show until about a year ago. For various reasons. What character represents me the most? Shoot, the teacher with the red hair. Realistically. Or, no. Marinette's dad. I would, yes. A Phantom Lover, can I help you with fan art sometimes? I really wish to collab with you. Send me a message! Do it! I want to work with artists. I would love it. Sarah Antiveros, have you ever watched Once Upon a Time? Yes. I usually wait till the season's completely out and then I just binge watch it. Megan Breeson, do you like Mylene or Rose more? The girls are both so cute. I like Mylene a little more because she has a little more substance, but I'm totally down to exploring both of their characters a little more. What miraculous animal would you be? Are you talking like a Kwame? Like what Kwame would I be? I don't know what Kwame I would be. I don't have an animal that I would love to be a Shiba Inu just in general though, so like Phantom Lover, how can I contact you? So YouTube has a messaging system. So if you go to your account and you go to I think it's the social tab, you can then message people on there. Otherwise, my Tumblr is ladybug-problems.tumblr.com. There was a comment about Snapchat earlier. My Snapchat is at Siebersounds, SIEBERSOUNDS. Kurotulian Farouk. I watched a lot of anime in the past. I don't really watch anime anymore, but I do read a lot of graphic novels and manga. I think that's all I got. Cute Pixels, do you ship Rose and Julika or Julika and Nathaniel? This is a tender subject. I think they could both work. Actually, no, that's not true. I don't ship Julika and Nathaniel, which is funny, because in the second installment of My Annoying Neighbor, you find out that Julika broke Nathaniel's heart earlier on, which is why he's salty. So that's funny that you ask that, actually. If you had a Miraculous, what would it be? Like a necklace, earrings, headband? Can it be socks? Like, because then I'd never have to change my socks because they'd be magic and they'd always be clean. Just kidding. I'm not kidding, though. If it's jewelry, I don't know, like a choker, maybe? I don't know. That's not true. Probably earrings. Or a ring. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Thoughts on Voltron on Netflix. I have a ton of friends who are fans of Voltron. Haven't watched it myself. So that was from Malia Draws. What's my favorite show? Probably Brooklyn Nine-Nine, not gonna lie. Do you speak a language other than English? I speak a little bit of Japanese, and by a little bit, I mean I'm at an intermediate level. I could go there and not die. I can have several fluent conversations in it because I learned it by ear when I was like 7. I speak a little Spanish, and I passed the first 2 levels of the HSK, which is a Mandarin proficiency test in both writing and listening comprehension. Megan Breeson, I ship Nathaniel and Chloe. Do you? Sometimes I do. It depends on who writes it. Didion Ryakw. Hello, I am Japanese. Hello, Japanese. I am dad. Just kidding. That's a dad joke. SS Gaming. Do you like ships with opposite characters or similar ones? It depends on how they get along. It's really what it gets down to. Hi, Ladybug. What is your dream job? I have no dreams. So right now I've set myself up to work from home for the next 10 years at least, because I've built a living off of passive income, which doesn't mean I don't have my own part-time job, but like I have stuff on Amazon Kindle and Barnes & Noble that bring me in money sometimes. I have YouTube revenue from other YouTube channels that I run. I sell stock photography, things like that, because I want to be at the point where even if I get pregnant and I have kids, I can still have money coming in while I raise them, so I never have to go out to a daycare and pay other people to watch my children. But my dream job, I would love to work in like an office and have office friends and go out to office lunches. Like, I don't know why that sounds so perfect to me, but it does. I would love to go be a teacher maybe for a high school. I don't know. And those all sound like reasonable jobs to get, but you can't get an education degree while playing the harp. It doesn't exist. Okay. And Luna Bell, I make a lot of fantasies about my OC with Yami Yugi and Bunny Mund, and I love to voice act, but how do I get started with... I love your stories of snow and what a catch, but what do I do to get started like you do? I will make a video about how I make these videos. I hope that answered the question. Is it saying something that I look a lot and act a lot like Plague? Aliyah. I think that's how you say it. Meh. What is your inspiration to write stories? Holler al-Balushi. I did answer this earlier on. I realize that I am the highlight of a lot of people's days, and I don't know how I got there, but I know that for some of my viewers, and that this is kind of a bit of a sad note to say, but there are some viewers who my videos are the highlights of their day because they are going through such a hard time in their life. And so with that, it becomes easier to write because I'm writing for someone else, because I'm writing for someone else's happiness, even if it's a sad story that I'm writing. Jimbo Fox, do you know any French? No parlez-vous français. I don't speak any French. I don't even think no is the word for no in French like it is in Spanish. I'm really bad. Do you like Code Loco? Don't know what this is. Sorry. Have you ever seen a UFO? I have not. Have you ever tried Camembert? No, they don't carry it around here, but I've tried a ton of other cheeses because of Plague. I'm like, maybe I should know what other cheeses taste like. Would you homeschool since you would be working at home? I wouldn't be opposed to it. That's Dipty-Doo's question. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't have the qualifications to do homeschool. Also, and I don't believe that homeschooled are any less social or have any less social skills. I've dated kids who have been homeschooled. I love homeschooled kids. They develop socially just fine. But there are some things that I missed out on in high school that I really wanted to do that I couldn't do. And if I did homeschool my children, they would miss out on that. That, and there's some things that you have in common with other people once you grow up. If you grew up in the public education system, that become connection points and just things to talk about when you meet new people. So I don't know. I will get vaccinations for my children. Absolutely. 100%. How do you feel about the fact that season 1 finished over a year ago and we still have nothing about season 2? Dude, I went to animation school. I'm on Zag Entertainment side for this. They need to hire more animators. But they're also trying to put out other shows as well. Yeah. I have no dreams. Mirror 2017. It's true. I just want to make enough money to live, guys. It's really the goal. Malia draws. What is your favorite thing to do to relax when you have the time? Either watch TV or write or Tumblr. Tumblr is my, yeah. Tumblr. What is your favorite food? I don't have one. Do you know DJ? I don't know how to say his name, but I do. I do know that DJ. Sorry, I'm making sure that you don't fall off the camera right now. Oh, there you go. Wait. I'm trying really hard, guys. Also, my battery's at 10%, so I have to end this soon. If you could tell one Miraculous Ladybug character something, who would you tell and what would you say? I would tell Tom Dupang that Ladybug is Marinette, not so that he can reprimand her, but so that her parents can become a source of strength for her. Okay, sorry, back to the DJ Avicii. I don't know how to say his name. I do love him. I love him a lot. Do you like to draw at all? I like to draw, but in high school my friends started getting better than me because I was the artist, and so I stopped drawing because I'm petty. Have you ever heard of Lollyrock? If so, want it? I'm pretty sure that's a typo. I know of Lollyrock, but I don't watch them. I think I watched an episode once upon a time. Puppy Kitten, Lady Noir, Sweet Sunshine Girl, I'm not going to at this time. I don't have enough time. I barely have enough time for this channel. Dude, if I was in the Miraculous Ladybug universe, I'd just be a student. I just, sit and record. Oh, Alia. That's funny. Okay, guys, I think it's time to go because my phone went from being, 70% charged to, I think we're at, 4% now. So, good talk. Thank you guys so much for coming. I didn't expect this to be an hour long, but, I mean, here we are. Thank you to the near 30 people who have just chilled with me for an hour. Also, person who is homeschooled, that's really cool. I was homeschooled early on in my life. Which means I never got nap time in kindergarten. Thanks, Mom. Anyway. Oh, my favorite episode is Evil Illustrator, just before we go. Okay, bye.